welcome to Back Issues. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Today we're talking about Batman Earth 1 Volume 2, written by Jeff Johns, with art by Gary Frank. We did Earth 1,
Yes, we
Volume
did.
1 together, so I thought it'd be fitting that we continue the trend, since you guys know the story, and I figured it'd be better than doing a whole separate Back Issues for Ethan.
By know the story, you mean you read it to us once and I've entirely forgotten it?
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
You'll remember, details will fill themselves in as they go, trust me.
All right.
So, in the first volume, remember, totally different universe,
Yes.
totally different Batman, Jeff Johns' interpretation, he's young, he's stupid, Alfred is like a...
This is the one where he crashes into stuff a lot, right?
Yes, where Batman's just constantly fucking up.
Okay.
And Alfred is Sam Elliott.
Yep.
And he
was like a military guy.
Yep.
He's like, oh,
he's grizzled
punk.
and
and
Bruce,
he's missing a leg.
Yes, and Bruce referred to him as a butler one time, so now he's the butler and he really hates it. And every time that anyone ever says sure, get me that, he goes, by the way, I'm not the butler. I'm his bodyguard. Just so you know. This is a year later or so, after the events of the first one, which if you haven't seen it, you should check out the link over Ben's head there. It's got the episode of Back Issues where we talk about Volume 1, or if you haven't read it, go pick it up because it's worth it. But here comes some spoilers. But at the end of the book, when we find out that the mayor of Gotham is actually the Penguin, and then Alfred blows him away with a shotgun.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah, this is the fallout from that. So now everyone just assumes that Batman murdered the Penguin with a shotgun, and
I would never use a gun.
yeah, and Batman
Bruh.
is working really hard to try and ditch that reputation.
Do they assume it's a bat-themed shotgun?
They don't make any reference to it besides the fact that the Batman's a scary motherfucker.
It fired tiny bats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little bat shrapnel.
Right.
It's actual bats, and they have little tiny shotguns.
I like this gun.
Yeah. So, Batman is getting more acquainted with the idea. If you recall, he worked with Lucius Fox to help him, get better stuff, like his Batarang or his bat grappling hook.
Yeah, where there's
Katang! And he's like, this is a piece of shit.
Where'd you get this?
Yeah, where'd you order this thing? From, some stupid catalog?
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly where I got it. And now you're my head of special projects who makes the things in the catalog in real life.
I bought it from Oriental Trading.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a gross of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but that's 144.
Lucius is like, not only do I know what that is, I deal in them all the time, being the head of your R&D department, but yeah, I'll make a better one for you. So,
Right.
Batman in this book, by the way, he makes Lucius the head of R&D for Wayne Tech or whatever,
Okay.
and Wayne and Lucius gets his own crack team of developers and engineers and stuff to make Batman stuff for him.
Wow.
But under the guise of Bruce Wayne is an aficionado of random stuff, so
Including Batman paraphernalia.
right, well, Batman stuff, grappling hooks and flight cloaks and stuff.
And
I really
Batarangs.
thought you were going to say that, Edward Nygma was on this team.
No, Edward Nygma
I was
was not on this team. That would be cool.
And then he
But
gets
it isn't.
disgruntled and,
Right?
pushes his boss out of a window.
Or he figures it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. He's
sorry.
like, wait, you want him to do what? So he's Batman.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to figure out.
Yeah. No, but at one point, Batman is chasing after some drug dealers in his car, in a Jaguar, and he's not great at it. He's not great at driving because he doesn't
Right,
learn how
'cause
to drive.
yeah.
And
He was
he's
always chauffeured.
yeah.
Well, he's got a butler.
Well, and he's like, I don't know,
I'm not a butler!
even the people who have driven for their entire lives, we're not all,
That's true,
we're not all
yeah.
Gene Hackman. We can't all just drive around like
He's
lunatics.
not all Tokyo drifting.
No, exactly. He does Tokyo drift into a fire hydrant, but I guess it's really more of a Gotham drift then. But in any case, he calls Lucius and he's like, I need a fast car with a lot of gadgets in it. That's
And
what
also,
I need.
really good traction.
Yeah. And Lucius is like, okay, team, we need to make a crazy car for Bruce Wayne. And they're like, this is stupid. This billionaire kid wants us to bust our asses making experimental tech that he's never going to use. What about all that other stuff we built for him that he didn't use?
Why doesn't Lucius just say that it's for the government? It's a proposed project for the government,
No,
and then it
because-
gets scrapped, and
Yeah.
then Batman steals it.
Right. Well, he doesn't do that. Instead, he just says, don't worry, Bruce has tripled your salaries, and he gave you 2 extra weekends of vacation time. And they're like, well, whatever Mr. Wayne wants, Mr. Wayne gets. Okay, let's get the Bruce on the car. So,
yeah, I'd kind of agree with that
right?
policy. Be
No,
like,
he's just whatever
this
it
is my
costs-
salary, and you tripled it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want me to make something which is kind of cool and fun, and if he never uses it, who gives a shit?
And you're paying me 3 times what I normally make.
Yeah, sounds good to me. So the book actually opens with a bunch of rich people in like an elevator shaft. Well, in the elevator shaft.
Well, that's a good place for an elevator to be.
Exactly. Yeah. And this voice comes across the PA system, and it posits them a riddle.
Are you kidding me?
No, the main bad guy in this is the Riddler.
Nice.
He does not work for Wayne Tech.
Damn it!
You deduced this somehow.
I did.
Does he say, riddle me this?
He does say, riddle me this. He does all the tropes that you like about the Riddler. And also there's a whole, like, mystery about who is the Riddler, and Batman's trying to figure it out.
Well, that's the riddle.
Yeah.
And then he leaves statues all over the city, and some of them are a real pain in the butt to
You
get.
gotta
get them.
No!
Oh.
Well, I don't have the technology to open that yet. Like, I didn't unlock that gadget.
Yeah. Well, then you better beat the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
You better triple some salaries.
Yeah, don't forget about that statue upside down in a cave under the city. So
Hidden perfectly away.
So yeah, these like, one percenters are like in this elevator, and they're like, and he's, riddle me this or I'll kill you.
Okay, I don't buy it right away.
Yeah.
Because how come they don't each have their own elevator? I have to be here with you.
Like, we both make millions of dollars.
Yeah, but I make more, and, well, I don't want to breathe the air you're breathing out.
I don't want my millions touching your millions.
The Riddler gives them a riddle, they get it wrong, and the cable snaps, and the elevator collapses, and everybody dies. Everyone's like, holy shit! Like,
Is this a riddle that, like, the reader would be able to answer?
Maybe. Here, I'll ask you guys, and let's see if you can do it.
Because I'm really intrigued by this now.
There was a man who lived on the 30th floor of the building. Every morning, he would get in the elevator and press the ground floor to go to work. But when he got home, he would press the 20th floor, get out, and walk up 10 flights of stairs to the apartment. Why?
What do they answer?
What do they answer?
Yeah.
Exercise?
There's an old woman. The elevator was broken? He's like, no! You idiots!
Every day?
Here's what my brain tells me. He's like, he had a mystery.
Yeah, because he's doinking somebody on the 20th floor. No, it's not that. You die. Ben?
Oh, God. I would assume it was for exercise.
You're dead.
Okay.
No,
The
because
answer-
it's the Riddler. It has to be something, like, stupid. Not stupid,
Right,
but, like... not,
obvious?
Yeah, like, obvious and not,
Like, what color is George Washington's white horse?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it can't be something where, like, you'd have to deduce something about that person's personality. Like, it has something
Nope.
to...
It's
yeah.
already, like, the answer is already there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the riddles. And as I understand it, it's impossible to write for the Riddler because you have to make him incredibly clever and have the riddles, like, original, so the reader can't necessarily figure them out immediately.
Yeah, like, it can't be, like, 1969 Batman
No.
Riddler.
A sparrow with a machine gun. Like,
Yeah,
no.
no, it's not
That's not
that.
a riddle,
It's
that's a
never
stupid
that.
joke.
Yeah.
But
like,
it's a great image.
Yes.
But the rest of us, and this is kind of how the Riddler works in a sense, like, think of things that make sense, or
Yes.
character building things. Like,
Yeah.
you're thinking about exercise, because you're like, well, he wants to be healthy. And I'm like, well, clearly he's a sleaze, and he's having an affair.
Right.
Like, not like, oh.
But the answer
Like,
is...
that's why anyone would take the stairs.
Right, the
Why
answer is
wouldn't
he's
you?
not tall enough to reach the butt.
Oh, but he
Okay.
can click that. That's stupid.
That's also a really short guy.
Yeah, so they die.
Just get a cane, man.
I
Get a
know,
poking stick.
Right? Like, after the first day or two, you knock it off.
Plus, like, if he's that short, he's got stubby legs. Those stairs must suck.
Yeah. But he's also exercising. So, technically, you're right a little bit.
But I still die.
You're still dead, though.
It's not a good enough answer.
No, it's not.
No.
Maybe he was boinking someone on the 20th floor.
I know, right?
Maybe.
Right?
We don't know.
So, remember at the end of Volume 1 with the birthday boy and all the dead children in
Oh.
Arkham?
Yes.
And,
Right.
and then Harvey fell in them?
I really wanted
Yeah.
to forget
Yeah, is he
all
the
of that.
is he Two-Face now?
No, that's Harvey Dent.
Oh, I thought you said
No,
sorry.
Harvey Bullock.
Harvey Bullock. Thank you.
Harvey-
I forgot it was Bullock.
But remember, then the Harvey Bullock character is really interesting because,
Well,
like, in the first story,
yeah.
he was a celebrity cop who was like on
Yes.
Crime Stoppers, and
He was like really photogenic and big.
yeah, and he's
Is
like,
he-
I'm gonna make no.
Yeah, he's Predator too.
He still looks like Harvey Bullock
But
from
he-
the first volume,
Oh.
but he's also a raging alcoholic.
Well, yeah, that would happen.
So he's on his way.
He's trying to silence the children.
Yes.
And the children were screaming. Actually, no, they weren't. They were dead.
No. So
That was me.
yeah, I was screaming at the children. So no, Dent is just a huge alcoholic.
Not
And-
Dent, Bullock.
Bullock, yes.
I mean, Dent might be too.
Yeah, no, he's not. But like Bullock's a huge alcoholic, and he's just in the bar every night. And in one instance, Bullock is in the bar, and Gordon comes down. And by the way, if you recall, Gordon was the one who was like disaffected and miserable and jaded.
Yes.
And then it was through the experience of Batman and Bullock
that he
Gordon
got reinvigorated.
Yeah, reinvigorates himself in his belief in humanity again, or at least in Gotham. Gordon goes into the bar. He goes to retrieve Bullock, and he's like, "You got to get out of here, man. You got to pull yourself out of this hole you dug for yourself." And Bullock is like, "Look, what do you care about how I spend my nights?" And Gordon's like, "Nights! It's 10:30 in the morning."
Oh, that's fantastic.
Maybe it was a night when he got there.
Yeah,
It's one of them 24-hour bars.
exactly, with no windows, so it's in Vegas.
Yeah.
I love, by the way, that is precipitated by a fight because Bullock's there. He's really pissed because there's this like mob enforcer who like smacks up his wife, but he's connected, so nobody can touch him. And Bullock goes over there and he like starts some shit, and Gordon's like, "Don't start some shit. The DA told us not to fuck with this guy." And Bullock's like, "Hey, you like messing with girls?" And he's like, "What do you want?" And then they get into a big bar fight, and Gordon's like, "Here we go." And so they clean house, they kick the hell out of everybody, they handcuff everybody, and that's when, Gordon's like, "You got to knock this off, man." And so they go to the precinct because they've been called by the captain. The captain's like, "What are you doing?"
Like, Bullock, you've been on duty for 2.5 hours.
Yes, and Bullock was on duty when that happened and was getting completely hammered.
Gotcha.
They go to their captain, and the DA, Harvey Dent, is waiting for them.
Can we trust him?
No.
Well, I don't know about you, but I believe in Harvey Dent.
Yeah, well, don't, because he's a dickhead in this book.
Oh.
But he also has, if you recall, Dent was in this book already in Volume 1 with his twin sister, Jessica. And
Does ring a bell.
Well, in the last book, Dent and Jessica are twins, and Dent became district attorney. And at the end of the first volume, because Mayor Cobblepot was assassinated,
Right.
Jessica Dent becomes the mayor of Gotham.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Well, she becomes mayor in this.
Okay.
But she's already mayor.
Right.
Between the time that happens. So, Dent is trying to clean house as district attorney, and she's trying to clean up Gotham in a very true and altruistic way. And Dent, of course, you might not remember this part either, but Harvey Dent, that is, hates Bruce Wayne. And has this really weird, irrational hatred of Wayne because his mom was in Arkham. Like, his mom was, part of the Arkham family, and the Arkhams are crazy, and he doesn't...
Yeah.
And the fact is, he's just making all that shit up because he doesn't want him sleeping with his sister. Because Bruce and Jessica were friends, and they might have become more, but...
Might have.
But, yeah... But Harvey was really creepy and overbearing, and so that never took place. So Jessica goes to Bruce,
Okay.
the new mayor of Gotham, and she's like, "Listen, like, you are kind of like the son of Gotham, and you could be a really great instrument of hope. Like, you could be a great thing to believe in for the people of Gotham." And Bruce's like, "What about...
we could be like a power couple."
Right, plus we could totally get together, and then who could stop us?" And Batman's like, Bruce is like, "Well, what about Batman? Isn't Batman a great symbol?" And she's like, "No." What? Batman?
He's terrible. He's a vigilante.
He's just a crazy asshole. He punches people.
He shot Mayor Cobblepot with a shotgun.
Yeah. As mayor, I am a little concerned with Batman's mayoral policies. So no, he is not great. Anyway, but she's also like, there's a lot of corruption in the city, and it's really fucked up, and the fact is, because you are not connected with anything, I know I can trust you with this. And the fact is, after the death of Cobblepot, there's still some shit going on, and the fact is, the heads of these 5 major arms of the municipality are run by Cobblepot's people.
Oh, yeah.
So, the head of the Housing Commission and the Public Works Department and,
sanitation
zoning
and all that kind of stuff, and, power.
Yeah, each one has a different, corrupt individual in charge of it. And she's like, I know who they are, and if we work together, we can, whittle them down.
Kill them.
Well, not kill them. No, she's completely by the book.
Look, if Batman wants to take a shotgun to them, that's fine.
That's Alfred. Batman doesn't want to shoot anybody.
That wasn't Batman, that was Batman's butler.
That was Batman's butler. He was a total dick, and he went over my head. I mean, Batman's head. Anyway, whatever, you want to bang? Is your brother here? So Gordon is investigating the elevator death. And
Right.
Batman shows up. And Batman's like, this is fucked up right here.
Have you seen this shit? It's weird.
This is fucked up.
It's just more fucked up than...
Well, then the baby... Nothing is nearly as fucked up as the birthday boy.
Right?
Thank God.
So far...
Yeah, but why would they be like...
Don't worry. Nothing in this book gets more creepy or uncomfortable. I think that after Volume 1, Johnson's like, let's step back a little.
That was... I went to a dark place.
Yes. And you know what's... And amazingly enough, nobody was lazy enough to start Volume 1 with Joker, or even allude to Joker in this. No Joker. No reference to Joker, no... So, maybe he's saving his birthday boy stuff for Volume 3 with the Joker.
Okay.
Who knows? I don't know what Volume 3 is supposed to be, but I'm sure eventually they'll do the Joker, and I'm sure Joker will be creepier than the birthday boy. But in the meantime, let's have this fun adventure with Batman that does not involve child murder. So, Batman's at the crime scene, but in this one, because Batman's just Bruce Wayne, who's trained by his, asshole Green Beret butler, and that's kind of it.
He's not a detective?
He's not a detective! So he's like, so, Gordon, what we should do? He goes, what do you do? Don't step there! That's a crime scene! And he's like, well, it looks like... He goes, your leather gloves are messing up the fingerprints! You're not really much of a detective, are you? And Batman's like...
I never said I was.
Yeah, and he's like, well, anyway. So, he's like, well, I might not be a detective, but you know what else? They turn on this black light, and on the door of the elevator is a question mark.
Oh.
And they're like, oh, shit. And Gordon's like...
This is gross. Someone came in a very weird, disgusting pattern.
Yeah, that's the way... He's like Kurt Russell in Death Proof. He can only get off in the murder of, 1%ers. So, what he did was he blew up the elevator, and then he went in front of it, and then he was just like, yeah!
Alright! Whoa!
And he went, what a coincidence! I shall become the Riddler! Or the Diddler. So,
Or the Jizzler.
Leave now!
no, you gotta stay! The book isn't over. While they're talking about this strange liquid on the door, Batman...
It's paint! You idiots!
Alright, it's paint. But in any case, Batman tells Gordon about the 5 individuals. He's like, never mind how I got the information, but there's 5 people, and will you help me take them down? Because Batman's like, listen, I got a friend in the police department. I can trust him because he knows he can trust Gordon. And he's like, I'll work with him.
Yeah.
And in fact, Alfred is like, why don't you stop being Batman and just help Jessica, since she's the mayor,
As Bruce Wayne.
and then you can solve your problems. And maybe you'll get laid and stop fucking dressing like an idiot.
And then you have an alibi because you're being yourself.
Exactly. And Batman's like, no! I can't stop it that way. So he goes to Gordon, and Alfred's like, don't go to Gordon. You can't trust cops. Cops are all assholes. He's like, you can't trust Gordon.
Look, you can only trust one gray-haired fellow, and that's me.
Right. Yeah, he's really getting old people jealous. He's like, you can't hang out with Gordon. And then later he goes, Gordon had some great ideas. And he's like, oh, Gordon again. More, we'll do always with the Gordon.
Yeah.
Shit, why don't you just get him to make you coffee in the morning?
Exactly. And it's like, first of all, you don't make me coffee, you asshole. You drink all the coffee, and then I have to make my own coffee. Some butler. Second of all...
I'm not a butler!
Second of all, chill out, man. Ease off. We're not dating or
Chill
anything.
out! Ease off! Where are you learning this stuff? Is it Gordon?
So Batman tells Gordon about the 5, corruption.
Higher-ups, yeah.
And Gordon's like, well, I have this murder to deal with, with this apparent, madman. So I'll work on your thing, but right now, all you've told me is a vague idea. You don't even have a list of names. I have nothing. So, we'll think about it. And then he turns around and he's gone. But then he turns around the other way and he's over there. And Batman goes, I'm over here.
He literally says that?
Yeah. And then Gordon's like, oh. And he goes, I'll call you if I have any new information. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, all right, I'll see you later. And then he leaves.
I will bye.
Yeah.
Bye. No, I say bye.
Yeah, he goes, I'll see what we can figure out. Thanks a lot. He's like, you're welcome. How weird. But I love it because it's just that another new twist on that old Batman-Gordon dynamic where Batman likes Gordon and he's not treating him like an asshole like real Batman does. Where he's like, well, it seems to be about the best that we've...
I'm going to try and sneak away.
Yeah, no. He's just like, no, I'm on my way out, but we can finish the conversation. I'm only 3 feet away. So...
I don't have to look at you to talk.
Yeah.
Is that Bullock?
This is Bullock.
He looks horrible.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a huge lush. And also, he is still drunk.
Oh.
But, yeah.
And apparently he looks like he has buck teeth.
Well, that's his smile. Remember, that's his design. It's just that when it's on the face of a raging alcoholic, it's not so pretty anymore. So, Dent's there, and Dent's like, the guy that you beat the shit out of was going to lead us to this, like, corruption circuit that we have going on. You're ruining everything. And Gordon covers for Bullock, and the two of them, like, protect each other, and they get out slightly unscathed.
Okay.
But we get this image of Harvey Dent, who is just this lunatic. He's just always screaming at everybody. And
he's incredibly angry.
Yeah, he's always angry, and I love Gary Frank's look for everybody. Everybody has a very distinct face. There's no sameness to his art. Mm-hmm. And his Dent is always snarling and angry.
No, he's a lot of pent-up frustration.
He does.
It's like there's another man living inside
what?
him.
Well, maybe not really.
I was going to make the joke that he wanted to sleep with Bruce Wayne, but that's worse.
I mean, either one is not
he
only...
hates him.
Well, no,
because he loves him.
Sleeping with Bruce Wayne isn't a problem at all.
No, he wants to.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no, but he knows he can't. Because he knows that he likes his sister.
No, that's gross.
Yeah.
Like, sleeping with your sister is gross. Trying to sleep with Bruce Wayne is fine.
Yeah, that's true. It's just that he can't because he's freaking out.
I was saying there's another man. It's like there's another man living inside of him.
Right? Like, there's a duality to him. Except there isn't. He's just a total asshole all the time.
Yeah, this isn't going to turn into some weird Silent Hill thing where, like, he and his sister merge into one person. Like,
No!
Creepy monster.
Or, like, it turns out that there never was a Jessica Dent, that he's also mayor.
He just wears the skirt and the wig and
he really dolls himself up.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of beauty makeup that goes into this, but I make myself look fine.
No.
Yeah, you are a beautiful man.
Yes.
Woman.
So
thank you, Snarl.
Yeah.
So Bruce actually winds up going to Jessica Dent's office, under the behest of Alfred. Alfred's like, you gotta go, you gotta do this, man. So Bruce's like, okay. Oh wait, there's some...
Jesus, chest butt.
Yeah. Well, I love it because everyone in this scene
right?
is incredibly unsubtle. Like, everyone is
a
caricature or something weird. Because they're all, like, upper crusty, higher society art critics.
Oh, yeah, they're at the Rene Marguerite showcase.
That's right. But anyway, Bruce Wayne goes to the Dents, and he's like, all right, I will help you. As Bruce Wayne. Like, I'll help you out.
They're like, what do you mean as Bruce Wayne?
I mean, like...
as the
image of Bruce Wayne. Like, the
man behind the man.
Anyway, what's going on with you? So,
You hear about this guy as Chisler? I mean, it's fucking weird, right? Anyway, I'll go over here.
No, I have not heard of that character. So, Bruce Wayne goes to the office, he's like, all right, I'll help you out, and Harvey Dent is like, okay, cool, yeah, this is gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to working with you.
Does he scream then?
He doesn't. He actually keeps it totally together. That's where you see his duality, but it's more like, he's just really, like, seething. We're seeing a flashback.
Oh, okay.
He's like, hey, Wayne, what's going on? And Wayne's like, yeah, the last time I saw you, you were spitting and drooling and screaming at me about talking to your sister, so I don't buy for a second your bullshit.
Your mom's in Arkham.
Yeah.
Wayne's mom. I thought it was Dent's mom.
No, Bruce Wayne is the product of the Wayne and the Arkhams in this universe.
Cool. All right. Sorry, I'm back on board.
Okay.
That's why he's a little crazy.
Yeah, that's why Batman's a little crazy.
I thought that's why Dent was crazy.
No, that's crazy because he's just a jerk.
Yeah.
So... we go to this art gallery, and there's this interesting new piece that is the Riddler, or rather, it's a
Looney Tunes-esque
joke.
Like he went through the wall, and
but he has like a radio on it that's communicating with the people, and the sprinkler system goes off, but it's not water, it's gasoline, and he hits them with another riddle, which I will hit you guys with now.
Okay,
that's messed up. I guess all the doors lock.
Oh yeah.
I also like the fact that he got into, like, the water supply.
Yeah.
That's good.
The riddle
you son of a bitch.
The riddle is, it smells like green paint, it pours like purple paint, and it looks like a white van. What is it?
I'm sorry. It smells like green paint, it pours like purple paint.
And it looks like a white van. What is it?
It looks like a white van?
Riddle me this.
Oh, god damn.
Incidentally, everybody, when we find out the list of the 5 members, they're all names from the real DC universe. Like they're all actual characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
One of them's Jack Drake, Tim Drake's dad,
Oh,
which is like, what?
that's weird.
Yeah, he's not in this universe.
It's just a throwback, though.
It's just a throwback. It's just
Alright.
Yeah, there are a couple of them. Like Black Lightning's dad is one of the people in there.
Yeah, right on. He's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, the answer is white paint. Yeah. Don't you feel bad that you burned to death for that?
I was going to say danger.
Well, it's not.
Like Stranger Danger.
Oh. Well, it's not.
It looks like a white van. Ah, Stranger Danger!
I'm like, is it the Riddler van? Like, because those are his colors.
No.
And then he runs them over. So that's
Yeah, then he hits them with a white
Instead of
van.
setting them on fire, he actually runs
He
them
goes,
over.
me!
They're like, that's not where I saw this going.
No. I kill the van driver. What? Bam.
Bam. So, on the other side of the painting is a little electrical charge, and
Yep.
it sets them on fire, and it burns everyone to death. And it actually sets up an explosion at the art gallery, which sets off another question mark shaped explosion.
Look at that.
Which creates another cool fire effect. But in this is where everyone starts freaking out because it was really it's a public place you're blowing up here, man. What the fuck's the matter with you?
Yeah, before it was an elevator.
Yeah, it so sucks because these random people died, but what the fuck, man? And it's interesting that that they really hammered that home, the idea that Riddler's a terrorist.
Yeah.
And everyone is treating it as such, and it's kind of soberingly cool.
That is cool.
And when Riddler kills other people, it's frustrating and maddening for them. For Gordon and for Batman, they're just this fucking guy just murdered these people, for fun. He he told them a joke and then he killed them. What a fucking jerk!
We should call him the Joker.
Yeah, there is actually a part where one of the characters says, "Is this some sort of what is this, a joke?" And Riddler says, "I don't tell jokes." And you're like, "Oh, he doesn't tell jokes, but I know someone who does." But I have 75 years worth of history to tell you otherwise. Yeah, trust. So we know that's the only Joker reference in the whole book.
This is a really weird, has nothing to do with anything. But
Yeah,
what
sure.
is up with Batman? Alright, there's two, but Batman villains having green and purple.
And purple. It's literally the same reason why the Green Goblin is green and purple, and why Scorpion is green, and why the Hulk is green and purple. It just looks good. They're color combinations.
Oh,
Yeah,
they don't go together.
yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Well, they're really dynamic on the page.
I was going to say because, all the good people are, red and blue and yellow.
Yeah, maybe they're alternate colors. I don't know.
Not alternates, but, we have to have something that's,
As
once
dynamic.
Once you see them, there's no
instantly
mix.
I mean,
it's if there was Lex Luthor.
Yes.
And his
He's
green
purple and green, too.
Thing. Superman is red, blue, and yellow.
But bad guys are green and blue.
And you're
or
just
green and purple.
Well, if Lex was also, blue and red, you're like,
Well,
all
who's
right,
the hell?
this is confused.
I can't even tell the two of them apart.
The only way that would work is if Lex Luthor was also orange, because
Yes.
then he would be the secondary colors, and Superman is the primary colors.
Right.
But
Well,
Batman
they
is
don't
all,
do-
Green Goblin throws pumpkin bombs.
Those are orange.
Spider-Man's only red and blue.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lex Luthor was Greed when he became one of the
Yeah,
Greens.
he was an Orange Lantern.
Guys,
as well.
that doesn't, no.
The cops show up, and while Wayne was having his meeting with the Dents, he goes, "Oh, an explosion! I better leave and become Batman." And so they try and pull the excuse, he ran away, and that's.
He feared for his life,
Yeah.
and he ran like a bitch.
Alfred legitimately is just he goes "Where you going?" He's like, "I gotta go be Batman." He's like, "Well, what am I gonna tell them?" He goes, "Just whatever, make something up." And he's like, "Make something up?" But he's not here.
He's allergic to fire?
Right, he doesn't want to get burned. I don't know. He was
Everyone's allergic to fire.
everybody is allergic to fire. What is he, a Martian?
Well, then I guess we should all be running?
Alfred runs too.
Yeah, but it really fucks up his relationship with the Dents because it just looks like he's a flake who just when there's anything remotely dangerous happening.
To be fair, the building's on fire, and
Yes, but he's also surrounded by cops and firemen. He's safe. It's just that he also ran away like a jackass.
I was gonna ask, he could probably question Gordon about it as Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
But if he's asking these kind of questions
It would
as
look
Bruce Wayne,
suspicious.
not only would it look suspicious, maybe Gordon would put together your voice sounds familiar.
Right, looking at you and look at your lower jaw, you really remind me of somebody. Oh, wait, it's
Hang on,
bad.
ask me that question again.
no.
Run away. The Riddler, by the way, was there and detonated it from afar, which Batman deduced because he's like, this guy is targeting people. I don't know why, I don't know for what reason yet, but I'm figuring it out. But he needs to be around them. Like, why talk to them? Why taunt them? Why not just kill them?
Because it's a superiority complex. He needs to know that he's better.
But he also needs to be able to see them. And so he's like, he's here. Like, the reason why he signs his work is because he wants to see it. So he's like, I got a hunch that he wants to see it. So I bet he'd set that off recently and from nearby.
Like
so
remotely.
He jumps on the roof and he sees there he was, and he doesn't get a good look at him, but he chases after him, and Riddler gets away, and he tries to throw a batarang at him, but he misses because he's still not great at it yet.
He sucks.
Yep, because he's still new.
Well, you know how you can see someone really well is through a sniper scope.
Yes.
And then you can riddle them with bullets.
Well,
in the shape of a question mark.
Yeah, well, he doesn't do that. Instead, he actually hits Batman with a shovel. And he falls out the window.
Look, honey, God gave me a gift. A
I
shovel
shovel
well.
I am a shoveler of your face. And he shovels the hell out of him. And then Batman just falls out the window, and he lands on this balcony of this very wealthy-looking apartment, and this pretty lady comes out, and she's like, you startled me. And she puts him in her bed, and she nurses him back to health while he's still wearing his cowl, so she keeps his identity a secret.
That's very specific.
Oh,
is this Selena Kyle?
Yes.
Of course it is.
She nurses Batman back to health.
Does she lick him?
She does not lick him. She doesn't give any indicator that she's Catwoman except for the fact that she looks just like her.
Mm-hmm.
And he winds up, like... I think he winds up just leaving her a batarang. Like, he takes it away. But, like, she's like, ooh, batarang. Like, what is this? Like, what is this supposed to be? Like, what do you... Do you throw these at people? Like, what is that? He's like, give me that.
Yeah.
He's like, these are expensive. Give me that. And then he landed on some flowers, like on potted flowers when he first fell. So he gives her like a fuckload of money for flowers, and he says like, because he's like, pretty girl, but I gotta be Batman right now. He goes, you buy the pots, I'll send the flowers. And then he leaves.
She's like, I stole those flowers.
Well, later it turns out that like the flowers go to the apartment, and this guy's like, "Hey, I didn't order any flowers. What the hell are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh shit, whoops!" And it's like, well, yeah, she broke into the apartment.
And she threw the robe on over her costume.
Yes.
And then played house.
Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it's really cool. She does not have a costume, or I bet she's wearing a costume in this. She's not wearing a costume when we see her again.
She's not wearing anything when we see her again.
Ben's like...
Spoilers, she was wearing clothes. So,
Ben's like, bye.
The Dents get a riddle.
Uh-oh.
It's
Is it a warning?
It's a warning.
Like
and
a horse head?
The warning, by the way, the courier dropped it off at the Dents, and Jessica goes to Wayne Manor, and she's like, Alfred, is Bruce here? And he's like, no, he's just, hiding. I don't know.
He's still really freaked out from that fire.
Yeah, like a few days ago.
I think they both suck at this.
They're really, they both suck at this. And she figures that out. She's like, no, I have this thing. I need to talk to Batman. Like, give me this. Yeah, let's go. Like,
look, I'm the fucking mayor.
Yeah, stop.
I get it.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm also just not an idiot. Like, just stop. So, what Batman is doing, by the way, is he is going into the sewers because he figured out that like the Riddler must be operating his stuff from the sewers. I don't remember how he figures it out, but he does.
Okay.
And this is the part where I forgot to mention that there has been these rumors of a killer crocodile man in the sewers. And,
well, thank God it's just a rumor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Batman finds Riddler's
really
secret lair, and that's it.
It's a cautionary tale about how you shouldn't...
You shouldn't believe everything you read.
I was going to say you shouldn't, like, flush your pets down the toilet.
Yeah.
Or, humanoid-looking pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
scaly.
I do love, there's a couple moments that I really like about these. One of them is when Batman puts on his, like, slightly new Batman costume. Alfred is like, why are you wearing spandex? Like, please, can I at least convince you to wear body armor? And he goes, do you know what wearing body armor says to the criminals? It says I need it. And you're like, yeah, but you do, though.
Yeah, but
it's a cool sentiment. It doesn't work because he's always failing and he desperately needs it.
If you were a different Batman, that's an awesome
sentiment. Like, if you're 616, if you're real Batman, that's cool. If you're this fuck-up who should just stop being Batman, you should wear something to cover your vital body parts.
But when he offers it, he's like, I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Exactly. No! So, he goes into the sewer and naturally gets attacked by Killer Croc.
Right.
He's like, fuck, I wish I had that body armor.
Yes. And he's like, oh my god, I can't believe that there's a Killer Croc in the sewers.
He's like, but thank god he's wearing pants.
Yeah.
Does he scream like Ned Flanders?
He does not. They fight for a little... I know, it really is. He's like, That's the scariest thing I've ever seen. That's a legitimately horrified face. That's like out of all the things I expected to run into in the sewers, a crocodile man was the last on the list.
I will say, like, the birthday boy is terrifying. He's a terrible thing.
Yeah,
but you are fucking scary.
That is scary. Yeah, no, a big dude in a fucking burlap sack who murders children, that's a horror show. Psychologically and physically. But you run into a literal monster in the sewers, and he's leaping out of sewage with teeth blared to bite you. That is a pants-crapping moment.
So you mean to say he doesn't try to pull his face off? Like, he's like, so this is a mask, right?
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's funny. They fight for a while, but then then he goes like, wait a minute. You can't be like a monster. And he's like, no, I'm just a dude. I just have a horrible defect. And then I found out that if I live in the sewer, people will leave me alone. And Batman's like, oh.
Well, I'll leave if you want.
Yeah, and that's it. And he's like,
What, really?
yeah, he's like, just go away. And he's like, oh.
Killer Croc's just a sad guy?
Yeah.
Oh, look at him.
Aw.
Yeah, he's just a sad man named Waylon Jones.
Aw.
Who's just like,
I'm old Waylon Jones.
yeah, he's just like,
Wail.
I was born like this, and people treated me like crap, so I lived in the sewer. It's really sad and depressing. And I thank you not to stare.
Wow.
And Batman...
You are the real
and
monster.
by the way, Batman's like, fair enough, dude. Hey, there's this asshole upstairs trying to kill people. Do you know where he's hiding? He's like, yeah, it's over there. And he's like, thanks a lot. So then Batman goes over there, and he finds the Riddler's secret lair.
I'm going to flush a $100 bill down the toilet.
Yeah. You should be near 5th and Main around 6 o'clock. I'll see you later. So Batman finds Riddler's like secret lair, which is just in a, in the sewer.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and he's obsessed with Batman.
And he's obsessed with Batman.
Like another
certain hilarious villain.
And there's little kisses all over the pictures.
There aren't any kisses. But Batman
Hearts?
Batman must have triggered some kind of detection system because he gets like a little, like the PA system goes off, and Riddler's like, "Hey, you're in my secret lair. Listen,
I've got you.
And
I have a riddle for you.
Yeah, and here's the riddle. If you solve the riddle, the bomb on one of these subway trains will not go off. But if you don't solve it, I'm going to blow up this train full of people. And it's just a regular subway train.
This is the first time he's threatening someone else's life with
yeah.
a riddle.
Is this not his lair?
This is Riddler's... No, it's Riddler's lair, but Riddler just wasn't home.
And he just had a bomb on a train, just in case.
No, he already set it up. Because he says, like, I've got a first-class train, I've got a first-class car of Gotham L train with everybody on board, with enough explosives to kill everybody. Don't call anybody. There's no service down here except for mine, so there's no way you can reach anybody. So here we go.
Right.
And if you want to stop the train, you'll have to run. And so Batman just hauls ass towards the train, because he knows what line it is, because he's told him.
Right.
So Batman's running for it, as he's hearing
The PA system.
And he's also, Riddler's guiding Batman to the right train. He's like, I want you to get there so you can save those people, right?
Because, like...
Or if you fail, I'll kill you.
Or you'll die.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not the Joker, I don't care.
And, by the way, the PA system is rigged to the train as well.
So they're hearing it.
So they're hearing the conversation as well.
Okay.
So he goes, here we go. I'm the part of the bat that's not in the sky. I can swim in a lake in the moonlight and yet remain dry. What am I?
What?
I am the part of the bat that's not in the sky. I can swim in a lake in the moonlight and yet remain dry.
A cave.
What am I? You're dead.
Damn it!
That's not part of a bat!
Well, it would be part of the bat's
cave,
home.
Or he's in a cave.
I'm the part of a bat
Yep.
that... What?
That's not in the sky.
It's not in the sky.
I can swim in the lake in the moonlight and yet remain dry. What am I?
His reflection?
No.
Oh.
It's not his reflection.
Is it sonar?
But no, it's not sonar. But Batman figures it out.
What is
And he
it?
says, I know. It's a shadow. It's a shadow, Riddler. I figured it out. And it shows Riddler. And he's like... And he has a grumpy
You'd have
face.
to give me that!
Yeah. Reflection?
Yeah. That can swim in the lake?
Right. But it's a shadow.
But you still kill these people.
Yeah, you're still dying.
No!
No, you
A reflection
die.
is not a shadow.
Yeah.
No, but mine still swims in the lake and remains dry.
Yes, technically it could be construed as correct. However, the one he was looking for was a shadow.
Yeah, well, he
And
did.
it doesn't matter because he kills everybody anyway.
Oh, that fucker! That
Maybe it was a
fucker.
reflection.
By the way, I love it because maybe you were right.
And he's just disappointed. Shadow, really?
Really?
Boom.
Reflection, you dumbass. Boom. By the
Yeah,
way,
Tiffany got it right.
last
Christ.
shot is a mother cradling her child, and then it explodes.
It's
And-
okay. The child lives and then grows up to be a vigilante.
Yeah, no, they all die, and Batman helps with the relief effort. Like he's like fishing people out of the fucking wreckage,
Oh.
Oh, Killer Croc's looking on.
and Killer Croc's like, oh,
Oh,
Like-
hey, you're gonna like just throw those bodies away? Because them's a
I
good
figure
eating.
Killer Croc's like, I should have killed that guy when I had the chance.
yes,
Is he really?
yes. He's like, Killer Croc is like, I shouldn't have been such a fucking like spaz about like myself. Like I'm sitting here feeling sorry for myself when there's an actual lunatic down here, and I could have
knew
stopped him, and I knew it.
I should have eaten that fucker.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, my name's Killer Croc.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, it wasn't until it is.
yeah. So they wind up getting the names from I believe from the Riddler. Like Riddler from Riddler's lair. There are 5 names. And Batman's like, those are the names of the corrupt individuals. And
All right.
those
So-
were all the people who Riddler was killing.
So he's like teaching Gotham a lesson?
No, he was part of the inner circle as well. Because there's this
Right.
offshore account that Cobblepot had that the other 5 had access to. But with all of them dead, now Nigma's the only one who has access to the secret slush fund that the mayor had.
Oh, you see, I thought he was one of the 5 and he was trying to become mayor.
No, he was aware of and worked with the 5
Got it.
and knew all their inner workings.
So it was all about money.
It's all about
Then why
money.
is he killing random people?
He's hiding the fact that he's killing one person with the
Okay.
bodies of others.
Gotcha.
And
That is
Batman
pretty smart.
figures it out, and he's like, Gordon, we have to stop this guy. Like, he's killing children. And you're like, fair enough, Batman, good call.
Yeah.
Does Batman figure out that there's an account?
They figure it out eventually, but I think he's just like,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I was going to say, like, well, then just freeze the funds.
Yeah. No, they didn't figure it out. They haven't found the numbers yet.
Alright.
But then Batman says, like, this is what I think happened. And he basically says what I said. And, I said what you said, basically. So, Gordon's like, wow, shit, like, maybe you're actually shaping up to be a pretty good detective after all.
Aw.
And then he says, like, if I come up with anything else, or if you find anything, you should call me. And he's like, how? And he hands him a little cell phone. And he's like, it's a bat signal. And he flies away. And then Gordon looks at it and he says, Jesus Christ, he put a little bat on it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he did. That's totally a Nokia.
Yeah.
Maybe a Razor, I don't know.
That's really funny.
Christ.
It's literally a cell phone with one button, by the way. Just boop, and it'll get Batman. In point of fact, the package that the Dents receive was not a warning about the train. It was a little message that said, I'll stop doing this if you arrest Bruce Wayne. Well, if you arrest Batman.
Why?
Because he's like, well, get rid of Batman. I'm done with Batman.
Apparently
So-
he never wanted to riddle Batman.
No, he's obsessed with Batman. He's figuring him out, but then he was like, well, shit, since you're here, I might as well riddle you. So that's what happened with the train.
Right.
But,
So he said, I want Batman taken out of the picture, and Jessica was like, well, I know who it is.
yes, so she goes to the Waynes and she's like, look at this shit.
I don't know if you realize this, but I've been after that chin for years. That jaw is the only thing that I like about Bruce.
Exactly. So Bruce goes to Jessica and he's like, yeah, it's me. And she's like, okay, well, you gotta stop. Because it's getting fucked. And then the DA's office gets an orgy of evidence, which is to say, a bunch of fake bullshit. Mm-hmm. But it's enough to convince Harvey Dent that Bruce Wayne is the Riddler.
Oh, fuck.
Because wouldn't you think Harvey Dent would be like, there's no way this guy's that smart?
Yes, but he's such a dick, and he's
But he's so crazy!
Yeah.
'Cause his mother's in Arkham!
That's right. So while Batman and Jessica are hooking up,
He busts in and he's like, my sister too!
yes.
Oh. Well.
Well, no, he doesn't blame her. He's just like, get away from her! Like, you're under arrest, you idiot!
Yeah, but like he interrupts them.
Yes.
Mid-coitus.
Well, they're
Without
making,
the coitus.
they're going to start the coitus.
They're on first base.
They're pre-coitus.
And on the other... So Dent goes to his sister's house, and he winds up actually arresting Bruce Wayne. But the police go to Wayne's house, where Alfred just assumes the jig is up.
And he grabs his shotgun.
He just starts kicking ass, and he's beating, and he's like, Gordon's like, is Bruce Wayne here? He's like, I told him not to trust the cops! And he just starts busting out some awesome Alfred moves. But they tase the shit out of him and arrest him. So then both Bruce and Alfred go to jail, and then you see Riddler like
what
going...
a douche.
And Riddler is just a fucking douche. But he's like, okay, one last one to go, because he's orchestrated this whole thing.
Yeah, obviously.
It's all going to culminate at GCPD, where Alfred is behind bars and Bruce is not. And Alfred's like, why aren't you in jail too? And he's like, because I didn't punch anyone when I was arrested. Like, I posted bail. You idiot. What are you doing?
I can't believe it was a question mark necklace. What a fucker.
Well, that's his...
At least it's not a tattoo.
Of a
Don't
question mark
spoil it
over
for
his
yourself,
eye.
Ben.
It's true. Give me that. Riddler cuts the power to the GCPD and releases all the prisoners.
Including Alfred.
Including Alfred.
Okay.
So Alfred's free, and Wayne fucking, he...
Whoa.
What, this guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's Sal Maroni, one of Cobblepot's enforcers who was put away by Harvey Dent.
Right.
And has a score to settle.
Right, he's missing a tooth.
And he's missing a tooth, because he got it knocked out.
Right.
Yeah, apparently very recently.
Yeah, it's really gross. So
It's very gross.
So Batman shows up, and he starts kicking the hell out of everybody with a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, he does.
Which is fucking awesome.
And then Alfred puts on a Robin costume.
Yeah, that'd be fucking amazing, but no.
The little shorts.
Come on, chum.
So Robin's kid...
I'm not a chum! I'm not a butler! I hate this!
Yeah, I'm not your sidekick! So, Batman's kicking the shit out of everybody, and Harvey is trying to get his sister out of there, and then they're almost out the door when Harvey is stabbed in the gut by Sal Maroni.
Oh.
Yeah, and you're like, oh shit. And then Maroni gets his Molotov cocktail, and he smashes it onto Harvey Dent's face.
Oh, fuck.
Burning half of it off.
And, serious lacerations, too.
Yeah. This kills him. And then his sister, so freaked out and bereaved, grabs his burned face and burns her face with his burned face.
That's not how that works.
Becoming Two-Face.
I'm gonna be Ethan right here. That's not how that works.
What?
Okay, that's weird. That's very, very, very weird.
Yeah.
What?
They kind of play with the idea of Two-Face and they go like, nope.
Yeah, but... Okay.
But now she's Two-Face. She's Mayor Two-Face.
Well, yeah.
We had Penguin Mayor, now it's Mayor Two-Face.
That's right.
Never mind. Whatever.
What?
How did she burn her? I don't understand that.
It's really hot.
No, it's not. That's just it.
Look how hot it looks. It's got steam coming off it and everything.
Yeah, it bubbled and it was burned, but that doesn't mean, it's on fire or has enough heat to burn her.
Well, it does. And it burns her face.
If he was still on fire, that would work.
Yes, but it's not. It's recently on fire. Batman smothers it with his cape.
Yeah, but the second it's out, it's no longer, hot enough to burn someone else.
No.
Like it would. If it were on fire.
Maybe there was chemicals in that bottle.
Yeah, I mean, well, like booze.
Yeah,
I
gasoline.
meant other chemicals. Maybe it's a chemical burn.
Yeah. I doubt it.
No, I know.
But that'd at least be an answer.
That's the only other explanation that
Right?
works.
Yeah.
So, if you're elected mayor, more than likely...
You're going to be a supervillain.
Okay.
So, Batman, he's like, holy shit,
I can't hit you now!
Yeah, you're all gross. But Batman's figured out that the Riddler is nearby in a white van, which he clued in on earlier. Mm-hmm. And so he gets in the white van, but it's not the Riddler. It's all of the Riddler's explosives.
Oh.
And the Riddler is in an adjoining car. And so Batman gets into the explosives car and then chases the Riddler through Gotham in it. And he's like, I'm really close. You can't set off the explosives because I'm right next to you. And Riddler's like, are you fucking kidding me?
God damn it!
And so we kind of set up. It's really fun because we got it bookends. It's like poetry. It rhymes. The beginning of the story, Batman has to try and save the day by driving a car really cool.
Yeah.
And he fails. In this case, he has to drive a car that's a van. but he knows the city slightly better than the Riddler, and so he T-bones him, and then the two of them wind up into the sewers, and then, of course, Waylon Jones shows up, and he fucking slashes the shit out of the Riddler right before Riddler can detonate the bomb, and then right as Riddler's about to detonate the bomb, Batman throws his last Batarang, and it makes contact in his wrist, disconnecting Riddler from the detonator.
That's cool. Did he shoot?
Waylon, yeah. Like a couple times.
It's okay, he's got a tough hide, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You think he dies, but then in fact, like, he just gets better because he's just a person, and Batman takes him to the hospital.
Oh.
And then he's
thank
like,
God.
and then he employs him, and he's like, you can live in my Batcave. Like, you can help me build stuff.
What?
Like, he lives in the mansion.
And Alfred's like, I don't like any of this.
Yes.
Okay, I said not to trust Gordon, and you're gonna bring a weird scaly fish man?
Yeah. He's literally like, he's talking to Alfred on the phone, and he's like, well, what do I feed him? And Will's like, I ain't fooled, old man. What's the matter with you? And then he's just in the freaking, he's just in the refrigerator, like, I'll feed myself. It's
Fish heads are food, here you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then it all kind of wraps up just like the last book. It's all a self-contained story that, like, continues where, you know, Bullock sobers up, Gordon is promoted to captain,
Okay.
and Dent is in the hospital, and she's developed a split personality of her brother.
So
So
she
she-
both loves and hates Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
Oh man, she like mind melded with it when she.
Yeah, when she pushed her face into his face, part of him imprinted onto her,
Yeah,
or
God
became
damn you.
copied.
His thoughts became her thoughts.
Yes.
and- yeah. So a part of him lives on in her.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that she now both likes and hates Batman and Bruce Wayne, that's a cool thing.
kinda
Does she
neat.
remember that
that's
he's...
Two-Face.
That he's Batman?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Oh.
But yes.
Well, considering she didn't give herself a concussion,
Yeah, or
she should
amnesia.
remember everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it could have like traumatized her.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Is she still mayor?
You know, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, I think that whoever her deputy mayor is probably acting mayor while she recuperates.
Yeah, acting Mayor Clayface.
Exactly.
It's
So
a weird name. What is that? Russian?
It's a beauty product.
So then, the last moments are
Maybelline.
are those poor people in like Wayne Tech who are working on the car, and Fox is like, okay, Bruce Wayne says scrap the car. We're working on another project, and look at them. They're like, are you fucking kidding me? We've been working on this thing for weeks. Like, are you kidding?
It's almost done.
Yeah, it's almost done. You're like, oh, almost got the Batmobile, and then he scraps it
Why?
because he's got another project in mind. We don't know what it is. So then we go to this apartment. There's this chick, and she's like,
Oh no, she did live there.
no.
Oh, it's a different apartment.
This is a different apartment.
Oh.
Her apartment is like
Some other place.
some other place filled with cat paraphernalia.
It seems like a really cool place to be.
Yes.
Well, those fucking pillow covers? Yeah.
yeah,
Like, look at that.
yeah, these cat pillows,
And that right there.
and she's got at least like $20
And she said,
Those might be hundreds.
meow. She's got a little paw thing on
shirt.
her shirt.
Yeah,
Steals a batarang.
yes, and she steals one of his batarangs, and she's like, this
Well-
is the indication that she's like inspired by him.
Oh.
Oh. She's got a little lucky cat.
Yep, she's working on a mask, but it's also prototypey enough so that if they decide not to make her look like that, they can make her look like whatever.
Right. Like, that could just be a Halloween costume she liked.
That's true. But it's, you know. But yeah, so Earth 2 ends with a bold new direction for this alternate version of Batman where he's like, where, you know, Riddler's in jail and there's a Mayor Two-Face and it's a girl.
This is cool up top here.
Oh yeah, all the different dualities and... Oh, and Killer Croc isn't really a bad guy and
Yeah,
he works
that's
for
really
Batman.
cool.
I like that too.
That's a nice development.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just it follows logic to its natural closure point where it's like there's just this guy.
Well, like,
he's
he was a monster because, like, people made him out to be one.
Yeah.
And when finally someone was nice to him, he's like,
oh,
thank you.
thank you. That's what I've been looking for. He's like, hey, listen, I have no money. Like these are old pants.
I just like that they start fighting, and then the first thing Killer Croc really says to him is "Stop!
Yeah. Hey, whoa!
Stop!
Knock it off.
Yeah! Stop kicking me!"
Yeah, you. What do you work out? Like what is this? You got little kicks. Knock it off. Stop it. What do you think this is?
This is a sewer.
Yeah.
This isn't some gym.
We're not sparring.
Yeah. You came down here.
Yeah, you
Why
came
are
to
you
my
in the
house.
sewer?
I was underwater. I was looking for some scraps of things to fix my stuff.
Yeah.
You literally stepped on me.
Yeah.
That's why I jumped out of the water. I was like, ow!
Then you threw karate at me like a jackass. What's the matter with you?
By the way, you're not very good.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Think
kind
about
of
chew
good,
on that for a while.
but I'm nobody. I don't know karate, so
Yeah.
clearly you're better than me.
But I'm still standing, so...
Yeah, I did hold my own against you, and you threw all you got at me. Shit. And you're dressed like a fucking idiot. What is this?
Well, you look like a monster.
Oh, thanks.
What are you, a cat?
That's original. Yeah, what are you, a cat? What is that? What is that little thing on your
You got
chest?
little ears.
What? No, it's a bat. No, these are my bat ears.
Bats don't have ears like that. That's ridiculous.
Well, some of them have the big ones that point forward.
Well, then they should have those.
That would look stupid on a costume.
Agreed?
Bats are like brown and furry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm,
Blue.
dark blue.
Do you eat fruit?
Sometimes, when my butler makes it for me.
What?
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm Waylon Jones. I live in the sewer.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, I don't know who either of those people are. Anyway, Batman Earth 1 Volume 2. You can pick it up in the description box below this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for being here, for doing this configuration.
This was a lot of fun.
Been looking forward to
Yeah.
doing this book for a while.
This is good. I like
I
like this weird reality.
yeah, it's a fun reality. I like that, it's basically a Die Hard movie.
Look
This
at
is
them.
a very new
Look at them
Gotham.
doing this whole thing.
I
this
know,
whole
no, they're
time.
like, oh,
He's gonna be. No, we're not.
No, we're not doing that. We're making it his sister, and you're like, yeah.
We do burn the shit out of his face, though.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's gross.
His name's Harvey Dent.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, what was that? What happened there, Ben? Look at this.
I know.
She's a witch. She is a legit witch from the movie Witches,
Yeah.
where they turn children into mice.
She's Angelica Houston.
Yes. She is
yeah.
easily Angelica Houston from Witches.
This another stellar landing for Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, take a shot every time Batman fucking falls the hell down.
Ah, damn.
Oh, I'm so wasted.
Exactly.
And so is Batman. I like that she kept the mask on.
Yeah.
You have to assume she peeked.
Oh, yeah. No, she's like, hey, Bruce. And he's like, but I had the mask on the whole time. She's like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, I took it off and then I put it back on so you thought you had it on the whole time.
That's right.
So
But-
you feel secure.
Yeah, but you're also an idiot.